Inside the Barriers, brought to you by Bet Deluxe. Serious betting for serious punters.
G'day, yes, it's Inside the Barriers for Bet Deluxe. A big welcome. What a magnificent day, hopefully, we have at Randwick. It's a championship day. The rain has come. The rain is still here. I don't know what's going to happen, but let's plough on. G'day, Paul.
Rain, go away, come again another day. BM. You've booked up your stay up in Sydney, and well, your mail is that they may not even run.
As we record, my mail is 50-50 chance of not going ahead, but we just have to keep going. It's terrible luck if they don't race, of course, but it's more importantly the people are going through the hardship of these floods back again. It's it's all very well for us down south to look back, but it's impossible really to comprehend what these people are going through. So racing really is important when it gets to the livelihood and the well-being of people and their properties.
Definitely, but hopefully we can put a smile on the faces of the fans at Bet Deluxe as well. And the punters pick this weekend, mate. This would have to be the hardest prize in Australian racing to win at the moment. Forget about your Melbourne Cups and Cox Plates. Punters pick, no one can win it. $500 Dan Murphy's gift voucher, the trifecta for the Doncaster Mile. Someone's got to get a BM.
Well, it is a lottery. The fact that we're a heavy 10 halfway through the week, as I say, rain rolling all the way through. You've probably got to start looking down on the weights. You've probably got to sort of look at horses that can they run 2,000, that can convert back to the handicap of 1,600 metres. I don't know any which way to go. Shed some light.
Yeah, let's go.
What's the market?
Forbidden Love at $4.60. She's got the picket fence of wins up there in Sydney. She loves the wet tracks. Probably deserved favourite, but I think she's a little under the odds at the moment. I'm Thunderstruck at $5 was enormous in the All-Star Mile, getting back off a slow tempo. Converge at $8, Ice Bath at $15, and the Coolmore winner Lighthouse at $15. She's drawn the car park, but I'm going to be with Converge. BM Gay has won this race on numerous occasions, and I like
7 times.
Yeah, hopefully she can make it an 8th here with Converge. Rachel King down in the weights. I love the 2,000 back to 1,600, and he does have a track and distance win from 2 starts ago against the mighty Animo. So I'm going to be siding with him on an each way basis, BM. And from a punter's pick perspective, I'm going Converge on top. I'm Thunderstruck number 2 in for second. And Ice Bath, I think she's a big improver. She's got an SP advantage over Forbidden Love. I know Forbidden Love did thrash her the last time they went head-to-head, but you could do worse than have a shekel each way on her at about $15. She's in for third, so I'm 22 and number 10 for the punter's pick.
Yeah, I'm a little bit with you. With Converge, I suppose from such an inside gate, with a full gate of 20 runners, she's going to have to hold a position. Now, whether that's going to play to her strength on a track that will be a heavy 10 plus remains to be seen. But she can probably just angle out and be in that first 3 or 4 with no weight. From the 2,000, as I say, I was there Rosehill Guineas Day and Animo beat this horse easily, but gee, it'll toughen the horse right up to go back to that 1,600. I'm with you. I'm with number 20, Converge. I like on Thunderstruck as the class animal in the race. Again, he'll need a little bit of luck. He's just shooting up a little bit in the weights, but he's a beauty. The mile is perfect for him. And then we get down to Forbidden Love. I remember running into to Richard Friedman after the George Rider, and he said, "This has got to be the best wet track, O'Brien, that we have in Australia." I said, "I think you're right." He said, "We've got to go to the Doncaster." And he said, "We've got to get the right rider." And I said, "Yeah, right. Can it go out to the 1,600? Yeah, it'll handle the ground. And where does it land in the run? Middle pin gate? I'm not too sure." That's
the big question, I think, getting up that extra 100 metres too. And might this just be a little bit of an afterthought too, potentially? Yeah. Look, we know the Friedmans they're jets at getting these horses ready for Group 1 Grand Final.
It's never going to get that weight again.
Exactly right. And I think the last couple of starts, she's had the perfect run. She's either led and been able to dictate at her own speed, and then last start she had the beautiful trail 1-1. Come up the best part of the track too, and I think they're going to sort of be helter-skelter up front here. I don't think she's going to land in a spot that she has in her last 3 starts. So that's my knock on her as well. And then the extra step up of 100 metres in a high-pressure race. That's why I think I just Converge. He's just rock hard fit. You know, these gay runners just thrive on high-pressure races.
Winter campaign,
exactly right.
Queensland.
So yeah. I think he's going to be my each way in the place.
You know, this Doncaster Mile. fantastic tradition. I think it's been going, 156 years or something. So, and it's handicapped, top weight, bottom weight, normally an 8 or 9 kilo spread. The superimposers who could win it twice, and some of the great handicappers down through the years. Winks won it, and how she ever won it on a wet track that particular day. Got knocked down 3 or 4 times. Did we know where she was going to take us on her magnificent journey? But this is a great race. It's a great race, handicapped conditions over a supreme handicapped journey of 1,600, and it deserves everything that it gets because it is a beauty.
It does indeed.
I'm converged with you, and my trifecta is 22 and 16. Yep. 22 and 16, but it's a beauty.
It is, and the race would be made even greater if someone can land this punter's pick BM. So
correct.
Make sure you leave your selections in the social media comments section. We're set for a cracking Doncaster handicap.
Doncaster's going to be a beauty, Paul.
It is indeed.
OK, let's have a look at... well, they're not backups, are they?
No.
Look at the TJ. Nature Strip's won it the last 2 years. You look at a race called the Australian Derby. I've got my hand up because I'm involved in this one, and I'll let you know how in a moment. And, of course, the Sire's Produce. You know, $8.5 million just for 4 of the group-run events. This is Championship Day #1. Please let the meeting go
Exactly.
It's a ripper.
Exactly right. We'll start with the TJ. Race 8 at Randwick. It's one of the feature events on the day. Nature Strip is the favourite, with us at Bet Deluxe at $2.80. Eduardo at $3.60. Shelby 66. The party horse. He's back up again. The one with the V8 engine under his bonnet. He's a $5.50 elect.
Mate, I saw him on Slipper Day when I was there in Sydney. The crowd love him. This is the best rags to riches story.
Unbelievable.
You know, all due respects to Nature Strip and Eduardo. Yeah. They've had their time in the sun. Here's the emerging star, and the crowd love him.
I wrote a little article on him.
I saw it.
On the Bet Deluxe website, and I just went back all the way back through his from a Wagga maiden all the way up to Group 1
takeover targets and stories.
It's amazing, isn't it?
We love it.
It's amazing. Masked Crusader at $9 as well, and then Palele at $15. Look, as much as it is a great story, Shelby 66 winning a Group 1. $5.50, that's a bit of a stretch for me. He did start 100 to 1 last time he went head-to-head with Nature Strip and Eduardo, and I think Nature Strip has just been purely set for this TJ Smith. And we cannot doubt Chris Waller and his ability to set up these horses into these Group 1 weight for age races. He's going to be my bet in the race, Nature Strip BM. Yeah,
I think you're right. He just seems to, when they get to this type of race, to have that little edge on Eduardo. I think my heart's saying, come on, Shelby, come on, Shelby, but... The big occasion, I think you just have to stay with him.
I think so.
He's rated the best sprinter in the world.
Exactly. So. And I think he's going to get control of the speed here. And I don't mind the wide barrier because J Mac the horse is obviously going to have to go, but he's just, from the wide barrier, he's got no option. Straight to the front.
Exactly.
Get to the lead. And should we go with the... No, let's go with the English sides next because you've got something coming up in the Derby. So we'll leave the best till last, BM. But race 6 at Randwick, the Golden Slipper winner, Fireburn, is the $2.60 favourite to win this English side. She's Extreme at $8. Was a little bit unlucky in the Golden Slipper. Show Court, who's a maiden for Chris Waller, at $8. Dormier at $8. And Let's Roll the Dice, a 1,400-metre Flemington winner, coming up at $13. Let's Roll the Dice for me, BM. We saw him handle the wet going on debut over 1,100 metres. Took the step up to 14 at Flemington last Saturday. And I'm always very wary about horses who go from 1,000 or 1,100 metres up to 14. He doesn't have the class of a Fireburn or a She's Extreme, but what he does have is the conditioning at 1,400 metres. And we know he swims through the going, and he's going to be my each-way play at $13 BM.
Well, I had an interest in, of course, the Golden Slipper with Lady Laguna, who's going to run on the Percy Sykes next week too. She's come through the race okay, but on the day, I didn't take a lot of interest in what won the race for obvious reasons because we were weakening at the 300. But I rolled that replay back many times and watched Fireburn and saw the check that the horse got so far from home to be shuffled back the way it did, then the miraculous run up on the inside and a 12 out of 10 ride. You can't ignore that. That was a supreme effort by this filly, and I think it can do it.
Yeah, and I don't think the step up to 14 is going to be much of an issue.
Oh, not the way it finished
given the way it hit the line. Yeah, very, very strong through the line, and another feel-good story with Brett Navdullah. You know, he was obviously
what a great story.
Seriously injured last year, and he's come back and he's ridden a Group 1 winner in Hinge, and now he's ridden a Group 1 winner in Fireburn. But for me, I think just under the odds a little bit. I think it's a bet at $3, not at $2.60. But Let's Roll the Dice each way for me with that 1,400 metre run. It's the one for me. But Australian Derby time, BM. You've got a runner in this race. Totsu's the favourite at 370, but Regal Lion at 550.
Yeah, we got involved with OTI a little while back with a horse called Regal Lion with our Beartown Syndicate, which I run. And we got involved just before the Avondale Guineas, and they said his target will be the New Zealand Derby and then hopefully come to Australia. Trained by, of course, Murray Baker. Murray Baker has trained 5 winners of the Australian Derby, AJC Derby, Australian Derby. He's now in a partnership with Andrew Forsman. Murray retires at the end of April, grand age of 70. And he's going to retire and live the life of luxury, and so he should. An outstanding trainer, and he's been here before with horses like Harris Tweed and John Snow and Quick Thinker a couple of years ago, and he's also used that Tulloch Stakes as a great leader. Now, this horse that we're talking about, he ran second in the Tulloch. The race was switched from Rosehill across to Newcastle on Monday, and you had to be taken by the way that Regal Lion finished. He was full of steam and charging home. Nash Rawilla is already down for Castlereagh Kids, so he can't keep the ride. We've got a bloke called Jay Mack riding. He goes good.
He's not too bad.
Yeah.
Multiple Group 1 win, he goes okay.
So he's by Jackalbury, who ran in a Melbourne Cup here. The stable believe that he'll stay all day, that he'll back up. And at $6, maybe my heart's ruling the head, but I know you've got to beat Hitotsu. Is there a little query on the ground with Hitotsu?
Potentially.
Yeah.
Hitotsu's going to be my pick, but
he's the class horse.
He is definitely. And I think maybe Regal Lion just last start 1850 instead of the 2000, which is what the Tulloch was supposed to be run over. Could have been not to his detriment, but he could have finished a lot closer than he probably did. So, look, we know he'll handle the going.
Oh, yes.
Okay,
oh, yes.
That's the big question.
Keep in mind, he's gone New Zealand Derby third at 2400, back to 1850, back to 24.
So who's the pick in the race for you, BM?
Well, would you like to hear how I think
Come
the
on,
race
let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I just happened to come around the corner here.
We had the
Here
preamble.
I was. And as they came up with about 500 metres to go near the home turn, and Hitotsu's hit the front. He's going for the Derby double. Hitotsu in front now. Forget You gets up in the middle, and down the outside, the Lion is starting to roar. Look at him come. Regal Lion down the outside races to Hitotsu and Forget You. The Derby's over on the outside fence. Regal Lion is going to come home and win the Derby. Go you, good thing for BM. He's won the Derby.
Another postcode change for you?
Oh, I hope so.
I'm going to be going with Hitotsu, BM, so we're going to be going head-to-head. But Bessel, I should have got the darn share in the horse when you offered it to me.
There for you, Paul. You said no pass.
Next time.
There we go, mate, yeah. Listen, if Ironclad goes to the Golden Mile,
Yep.
I want to be on him.
Yep.
He's a dual acceptor into the Doncaster, but gee, if he goes up there and he's winning Adelaide, I think they got him right.
Yeah, he's a $4.20 elect in that race as well.
Yep.
And speaking of Bendigo, that's where my best of the weekend is going to lie, in the Bendigo Guineas BM. Race 7, number 10, Cardigan Queen. Oh. It was a horror show at Flemington. Yeah. Got out when the race was pretty much all over and got done by a pimple. She's a $2.70 elect, and the wide barrier, I think, is going to suit her. She's going to be in clean air. She'll be flying home down the outside, and she's going to be my best of the weekend, BM. Your best?
Well, if Ironclad goes to Bendigo, I want to be with him. Tracks will be a bit too wet for me, but I'll be up there, I'll be in the stand cheering for the Lion.
Good luck. And punter's pick as well for me, again, just to reiterate, is the Doncaster Mile. The $500 Dan Murphy's gift voucher on offer again. I'm number 20, Converge. Number 2, I'm Thunderstruck. And number 10, Ice Bath. Your numbers again, BM?
22 and 16 for the Dan Murphy voucher. All your work is there online for us?
It is indeed, yeah. tips.betdeluxe.com.au is where all my handiwork is this weekend. Make sure you get on all those tips and selections. And good luck this weekend. Good luck with Regal Lion, and good luck with Lady Laguna up there in the Percy Sykes next week, BM. And good luck to all the punters at Bet Deluxe.
Good on you, Paul. Well done. That's Inside the Barriers, brought to you by Bet Deluxe. Serious betting for serious punters. Gamble responsibly.
Inside the Barriers, brought to you by Bet Deluxe. Serious betting for serious punters.